Well, World Cup is done. Everybody's fit and healthy. It's time for a big, strong second half of the season. Hello? Oh, hi, Doctor. There's a virus at the club. It's not that one. Alright, well, it could be worse, I suppose. Carmo and Iorfa are injured as well. Why do you hate me, Doc? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 at Sheffield Wednesday as we look to lead the team to Champions League glory somewhere down the line. Today, a change to scheduled plans due to rearranged fixtures. We have Fulham in the league and then we have an FA Cup tie. It's a Yorkshire derby against Hull City, who are a championship club. So that's what we're going to be doing on the field today. Off the field, there is a lot to catch you up on, least of which is the World Cup, which has been run and won. But we start in the medical centre, and that is because, well, you can see here, Maya is back from a virus. We did have a virus running through the team. We also have Solanke, you probably can't see behind my head. He's got a bit of flu, so he's out for a day, which isn't the end of the world. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. But the big injury news is that Dave Carmo is done for 2 to 3 weeks. So that is obviously disappointing. He has been quite good, I think, this season at the heart of our defence, although his match rating would suggest otherwise. So that's a blow. He's going to be missing this episode. But also missing is Dominic Iorfa, who probably would have come in to replace him, to be honest. He's out for a month, or up to a month anyway, with a twisted ankle. And he has been out at the World Cup for Nigeria, and we'll check in on how he got on in just a second. But yeah, that's another big blow, not least of which, again, because he is a good option for us at right back as well as in the middle. So yeah, not ideal, but we'll see how we get on here. Now, other things to catch you up on. And this is, of course, in no particular order of importance, but we do have our youth intake preview, and unfortunately, it's not a good one. There's a lot of fullbacks. There's one goalkeeper from Tunisia that looks good, and then that's just about it. And of course, the dagger to the heart is down the bottom. This is not a great group of young players. And the frustrating thing about getting a goalkeeper in is, of course, we already got a goalkeeper in last year who's quite good. So we're going to have apparently strength in numbers at goalkeeper and maybe not anywhere else. But we'll wait and see exactly what becomes of that. And we have made a signing as well for January, which we won't see this episode, but next episode we will be welcoming Aston Villa legend, of course, from all those FMs ago, Antonio Marin. Popped up on the scouting report. Yeah, and I think he could do quite well. A good dribbler, maybe not the quickest, doesn't have the best balance, but a good dribbler nonetheless. We're paying £2.2 million, I think it is, for him. Can we check what exactly the fee is? No, that's not what I wanted to do. What is the fee? £2.5 million, I'm sorry. So we're getting him, relatively speaking, on the cheap. His wages weren't ridiculous either. Good flair. He should create things for us. He can play down both wings. He can play through the middle. He's got decent passing and vision as well. So this is just trying to get a little bit of depth going in wide areas. He's been at Zagreb his whole career. He went on loan to Serie B and did okay-ish, you would say. But yeah, we'll see how he goes. And he's one of these guys, worst case scenario, we'll sell him for a profit. But I do think he might be useful. And you can see the scouts like him. They seem to think that there's going to be a decent player there for us down the line as well. So that is that. Other things to catch you up on. If we have a look at our facilities, our training facility upgrade has taken place. So we now have good training facilities, average youth facilities, as you can see. We will continue to look to upgrade those as we go, but that has taken place. And of course, that now brings us to the final thing to catch you up on, the World Cup. And the final, as we can see here, was won by France. 2 late goals, breaking German hearts. Mbappe and Martial. You can see how everybody played there in the particular final. So that was the headline event. Let's go back and see exactly how we got to here, though. And we can see, let's go all the way back to the group stages, shall we? You can see all the other stats there. If you're interested, have a quick glance at that. But Group A, it was Colombia and the Czech Republic going through at the expense of Zimbabwe at the World Cup, and Qatar. And of course, this was hosted in Qatar, so I imagine that would be quite disappointing. Portugal and Morocco went through at the expense of Mexico and Venezuela, perhaps no surprise there. Germany and Brazil went through at the expense of Jamaica and Scotland. Jamaican squad featured Rolando Aarons, and Shankland went for Scotland. So no surprise they went out if he's playing in their team. Holland and Belgium went through at the expense of South Korea and Mali. England got through with Poland at the expense of Congo, and you'd imagine Japan would be quite disappointed with that performance. Argentina and Denmark at the expense of Switzerland and Honduras. It was France and the US at the expense of Uruguay and Iran. And, well, a group that featured a lot of Wednesday and former Wednesday players. Italy, featuring Tonali, Nigeria, featuring Iorfa, went through at the expense of Australia, boo, who managed to beat Croatia. Very nicely done. And of course, the Australian side was featuring Mas Luongo, who of course is no longer with us. And if yes, Croatia, that would be a devastatingly disappointing World Cup for them, I am sure. Let's go and have a look at the second round, and we can see that Colombia beat Morocco, Portugal smashed Czech Republic, Germany beat Belgium. I know there was a prediction from Gary Turpie that I've got a cat hair in my nose, that Belgium would win the World Cup. Unfortunately, not on this occasion for them. Brazil knocked out Holland. It was England getting past Denmark. It was Argentina getting past Poland. France extra time over Iorfa's Nigeria, and USA extra time over TONALI'S Italy. So that was it. There was no more Sheffield Wednesday interest after the second round. Takes us to the quarterfinals. Brazil beat Colombia 2-1. Germany beat Portugal. USA went through against England on penalties. A shockingly big upset, that one. And of course, France, you can see they're beating Argentina. Semi-finals. There's always one surprise, isn't there? And it was the USA, but both teams' runs came to an end in the semi-finals. Maybe some horrible nightmares coming back there for the Brazilians. 4-1, they got beaten by France, and Germany absolutely spanking the US. Third place playoff, the US on penalties against Brazil. So bravo to the USA. That is far and away. Well, they got to the quarterfinals in 2002, didn't they? But a stunning World Cup performance from them over Brazil, and then we've already seen the final that went to France. So that was how that World Cup was run and won. Well done to France, defending, of course, their World Cup title from Russia. All right, there is one game of ours to catch you up on. That was back in the Premier League before the World Cup against West Brom. Now, of course, we, before this game, had that humiliating defeat, didn't we, at Anfield? So let's go see how the team responded. Hannibal put us in front midway through the first half. West Brom pulled level just before half-time. But Boussaïd crossed for Meyer to restore our lead before the break. Hannibal extended our advantage early in the second half. So there we go, a stunning performance. Now, unfortunately, the game completely, it's lost the last two goals. So it was 5-1. Unfortunately, I can only show you 3 of them, which is obviously disappointing. But Hannibal with a double, Meyer with a double, Tonali, it was a wonderful free kick. It really is a shame that it's lost in time, because it would have been... Well, it would have been a goal of the season contender, I think. It was a long way out, a wonderful free kick. But look at that XG. It was a wonderful performance. I think maybe we just broke the game. That was what happened. But yeah, huge response from the team. Really, really happy with that. And if we have a quick look at what that all means for the league table here. Well, we're flying again, aren't we? Suddenly it all looks very, very rosy. And we're playing Fulham, who are... Where are Fulham? They're just below us, 2 points behind us on the table. And we do have a game in hand. I'm not quite sure who that's against, though. So a big game coming up for us here. If we can get a result against Fulham, it will obviously do wonders for us. We're expecting a 4-4-2 to come out against us here. Now, I'm going to take a risk on Solanke playing, but yeah, he is technically a little bit ill. So it's Bazzano in goal. It's Horn, Worrell coming in for the injured, who's it injured? Carmo. He comes into play next to Bellic, and Williams will keep his spot in the team despite a disastrous performance against Liverpool. He was quite good against West Brom. Tonali, it could be the last time we see him. Of course, January window opens. He's wanted by Chelsea, City and Juventus. He's had a £44 million release fee. It could be it for him. Samara is going to play box-to-box midfielder for us. I've had to promise him first-team football to keep him happy, so we're going to do that, because if Tonali leaves, he will become a very much important first-team defensive midfielder for us. Hannibal keeps his place. Obviously, his wonderful form, his wonderful season will continue here, is what we're hoping. It's Boussaïd and Meyer. It's Solanke up top. And, well, let's get out there. So there we go, we can see the Fulham team. Kevin Boniface, we had him at Leeds, didn't we? There's a few names there that we recognise. Mitrovic as well, obviously, is going to be a big player for them. But let's have a quick look and see what we do here. Go out there and impress me. We owe Fulham after what happened. No, pile on the misery. Just go out there and enjoy yourselves, I think, boys. Yeah. We did have a friendly, you may have seen there, against Inter. We lost that 2-0. It was just more to get a bit of match fitness into everybody. So, yeah, hopefully it's not going to be too concerning. And now, this guy we had at Leeds as well, didn't we? Tucson. So, if Fulham have got themselves a decent little team there, you would say. We've got Sutar on the bench as well. He comes in basically to replace Iorfa, because he can cover centre-back and right-back for us. And yeah, this is an unlikely mid-table clash, isn't it? With the winners really pushing themselves into European contention. Away from home, I mean, you'd always like to think in this sort of game we can win, and it's the sort of game that we need to win if we are going to, challenge for that Europa League spot. But to be honest, I don't really think, although we do okay for ourselves, but maybe we're not quite that good just yet. Now, of course, 2-on-2 at the back. We saw, I think, was it this series or was it? It's a goal kick. All right, well done. 4-4-2. We can get exposed with just the two centre backs, so hopefully that's not going to be the case here. I can't remember if that was this series, if it was a game that was on camera or what it was, but I remember there was a game. Jesus. There was a game that we got a little bit done at the back against the 4-4-2. Which makes you think, really, we should think about changing things. Tonali, you think he was looking for a teammate there, and in the end, it didn't really find anybody. Ball forward. We do have players back, thankfully. Tonali, can he go and win it back for us? Mayer's tracking his man. Tonali does brilliantly. Now, can he pick a pass? Is Solanke up there? He's got Hannibal getting forward with him. Go on, Tonali. He does get the cross in. It's not the best. Is that McKenna? We had him at Leeds as well. We had him somewhere. Brentford, maybe. It's a who's who of previous saves for us, isn't it? Here we go with Bo Said. Back to Hannibal. Hannibal to Samare, and Samare's effort is saved by the goalkeeper. Highlight doesn't end, though. Worrell knocks it down. It's good to see him back in the team, isn't it? There's Mayer. Mayer's having a wonderful season, and he gets his 5th of the season. Well done, Gustavo Mayer. That gives us the lead. Let's just back it off of attacking, maybe. And there we go. He was horrible last year. We only kept him because we couldn't get another winger in. And, well, to be honest, he's looking a revelation. This is the sort of player I thought we'd sign. He was one of these guys that just needed a season to settle, didn't he? And we're reaping those rewards right now. And there we go. The Barcelona youngster has given us a lead. I've hit praise just as that highlight started. Please don't concede. It's a good save, was it? No, it was a post. So a little bit of luck there perhaps for us. It's not going too bad. You know what I think we might do is... I just remembered how we countered a 4-4-2 last time. We played narrowly to keep the centre-backs tight together, full-backs tucked in. And hopefully that'll work for us. Although it's maybe silly to change it given that we haven't done too badly so far defensively. They're supposed to be a passing team, so we're playing a high line to try and counteract that. I might need to go and tell Horn to man-mark his winger. He has a habit, Horn, I've noticed, he sits really narrow when you don't really want him quite that narrow. It's bounced around. We've got a little bit of luck there. Bazanu holds it to his chest. And let's see if we can just get ourselves in at half-time. Again, you can see from the shots XG as well, we just about deserved that lead. But yeah, they had a big chance at the end there, didn't they? What do we say to that? Happy so far, keep it going. I'm going to say, you're capable of better, boys. You're capable of better. We have been the better team, but I do think we can maybe do a little bit better. So we'll pump our fists. I think, given that we're in front, maybe second half we just look to lower the tempo down a little bit. Yeah. And we'll get back out there. I'm not sure if we're going to get 90 minutes out of Solanke. He's not having his best game. And of course he is still suffering from flu. So we'll see there. Bazanu comes out, claims that. And let's see if we can go and get a second goal here. Gets it forward. Looking for Mayer. Can he win the ball? He can. It's down there for Horn. Hannibal has it now. Can he get something going for us? He has Samare in support if he wants him. Can he thread a ball? He's looking for Bo Said. He's done wonderfully. Bo Said can't find the finish. Wonderful pass from Hannibal though, wasn't it? You get the feeling a second goal and we could really start and push away here. But obviously at 1-0, it's still a very, very narrow lead. Tonali with a corner. It's Samare. Samare gets his first goal for the club. Wonderful stuff. A good ball in from Tonali as well. And Boubakary Samare gets his first goal for Sheffield Wednesday. And, well, if he's going to do that, then he can stay in the team. That much is for sure. It's really, really harsh on the likes of Deli Bashiru and also Ghana. They're both on the bench. But we do have good depth in midfield right now, which is superb. You'd obviously rather have the problem than not. Solanke has put in a shift. He's probably very, very tired at this point. We'll get Tete on for him. And yeah, I mean, it's been a really, really strong performance from us. Can we go and get another goal? Tonali to Tete, and Tete's over the bar. You'd maybe expect a little bit more from him, actually, because he is quite good in the air. But a solid performance here from Sheffield Wednesday. We've gone to Fulham. We've won 2-0. 3 more points on the board. Now, this was the early kickoff, so the league table is going to look maybe a little bit more friendly than it should do. Let's outstretch our arms. Well done, boys. So there we go. It pushes us up into 7th, into those European places. Now, because we have a game in hand on a lot of teams, though crucially maybe not those teams above us, it's not maybe as misleading as it could be. Goal difference, we've almost recovered that damage as well. So there we go. We enter the Europa Conference League race. Solanke has a damaged foot. I don't know if he would have played in the cup game anyway. Tonali on form. If that is to be his final game, if it is, he is leaving. Well, he's leaving us on a high, isn't he? Guys, wait right there. With some cup football next. We'll be back to play Hull City. Okay, welcome back. It's time for some cup football. We're back in the medical centre, and that is because we've got an injury crisis up front. We saw Solanke was injured himself. He's out for a little bit of time, which was okay because he wasn't going to play this one anyway. But then we went and got Tete with some flu. Apparently there is some viruses and flus running through the squad, so that's not ideal. So that meant Tete was unavailable for this one. So then who's next cab off the rank? You'd probably say Shankland, wouldn't you? He's been Scotland international after all. No, he's not either because he's out with pulled ankle ligaments. He just does not want to be a footballer anymore, does he? His big chance, and he goes and injures himself. So we are a little bit thin up front coming into this game against Hull City. You can see the draw there. We are at home. They are a championship club. So you would still fancy us to be able to get the job done here, but it's not ideal. We're expecting a 5-3-2, I guess you would still call that. And this is the team that we're sending out. Now, I'm not saying I'm not taking the cup seriously, but we've got January fixtures coming thick and fast. We are taking other things more seriously, let's say. So Banzu goes in goal. The reason he's starting is because Dawson also has picked himself up a flu. So he's not available for this one. Left back is going to be Taylor. Let's give him a chance, see if he can do the job for us. Doyle, we're going to give a debut to a young defender. Callum Doyle's going to come in and start this one next to club captain Joe Worrell. And of course, right back will continue to be Williams, basically because we're a little bit short of options right now till Iorfa comes back. You know what we should probably do, actually? If I'm not going to take it seriously, we should probably play Suter there. So we'll do that, which means we need a centre-back on the bench, which means who comes onto the bench? Bellic, I guess you don't get the day off after all, mate. All right, so it's going to be Samare playing as the deep-lying playmaker, mainly because I promised him football, so he has to play. Deli Bashiru's going to play his box-to-box. Garner's going to come on and play as the advanced playmaker. Again, just resting the important players. We're going to give one of the youngsters, Binsley, a go as the left inside winger, inverted winger on the left side. He came through our academy 2 intakes ago, I think. He's been training really well. He's been playing well in the youth team, so we're going to give him a chance. Coming in on the right, we're going to give one of our loanees a chance, Mbengal, or whatever his name is, from Juventus, see how he gets on. And, well, we're out of options up front, so Marcondes gets another shot as a striker. He's not always done well for us up there. But we'll give him a chance, see how he goes. Some notable people on the bench. William McQuaid, again, came through the same youth intake as Binsley. He has played a couple of League Cup games as a defensive midfielder. I think that if Tonali does leave in January like I'm expecting, I don't know if we'll sign a like-for-like replacement because I think McQuaid could take some first-team football as a defensive midfielder and Samare could come in and play that role is kind of my plan. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And Cosgrove, who he's lesser spotted. I've been trying to sell him, actually. You can see surplus to requirements. He's on the bench. So if things are going really well or really bad, we might get to see him. All right, so we can see their name. A few familiar names there. Louis Coyle's a good player, isn't he? Freddie Woodman's a decent goalkeeper. Keenan Davis from Villa is there as well. So they've got some decent players. But you'd still fancy us, I would hope, to beat a championship club. Let's point our finger at them. If you win, you'll play your game, you'll be fine. All right, we'll go with a version of that anyway. We'll pump our fists. We'll say that we have faith in them to go out there and make the difference. And we'll just see how we go. Very much an experimental team. A big chance for some players to make an impact. And like I say, we'll be able to get an idea, I think, of exactly what we need to do in January, who we can rely on. I'm interested to see how Doyle does, interested to see how Binsley does as well. And Marcondes as a striker, if he works, then that solves maybe a problem up front behind Tete and Solanke. We do, of course, have that youngster coming in January who we've signed. So we've got to bear that in mind as well. Oh, you know what I haven't done? God damn it, I didn't change the markings because they're playing wing-backs. All right, so that's done. I meant to do that. I told myself to do it. And, of course, I forgot, didn't I? Suter can't win the header. Samare gets back, clears it only as far as Doherty, though. And Suter's there. He clears it again. This time it's found a player. It's Mbangula. Let's see what he can do. On loan from Juventus. You'd expect him to have some quality in there somewhere. He's got himself a very narrow angle. And I guess kind of as expected from that angle, he has, he's just hit it into the side netting. Oh, we do have another shout now. There we go. I mean, so far, kind of so good, I suppose. I mean, being at home, as I said, you would like to think we should be able to beat them. But at half-time, just that one sort of half chance, it's not been fantastic, has it? Doyle's looking nervous, which maybe isn't ideal. Not happy. I don't think we can be happy, can we? 0-0 against the team at home that we should be beating. I believe you boys have what it takes. And we do obviously have a little bit of ammunition on the bench if we need it. We might bring Tonali on. It may well be a farewell performance. I don't know if those clubs are going to come in for him, and if they do, how quickly they're going to come in for him. We have got a fairly strong midfield, though. I mean, of players that we own, this is probably it. Obviously, we'd like to keep Hannibal at the club as long as possible. It's Marcondes has done well there. Binsley has it. He's left-footed. He has a go and just wide of the post. But again, signs of life there, which is good to see. Doyle's not having a great game at the back, only playing a 6-3. Deli Bashiru with a corner. It's headed away. Another chance here for him. It's edge of the area. Binsley back to Deli Bashiru, and the goalkeeper makes a good save. And we'll have a go from the other side. Deli Bashiru goes across. Samare and Marcondes are in there, lurking at the near post. It's headed away, though. Binsley, oh no, he's not going to get to it. Are we going to get to... Go on, Binsley. You're quick, mate. Go and get him. Put a foot in. Get a tackle in now. He's done really, really well. Maybe could have used his body a little bit better there, actually, and kept possession for us, or won a free kick. But you don't want to be too critical. He's only young. Samare and Gardner. Back to Samare. Look at Taylor. He's in a little bit of space in wide areas. It's... Oh, Mengunda, whatever his name is, has hit the post there. Really, really good effort from the young winger there. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get that done. I'm a little bit concerned about Doyle at the back, I've got to be honest. But I want to keep... I do want to keep Bellick fresh for games ahead. Now, what we don't want, of course, let's tell him to apprehensive, no pressure. What I do want to do, obviously, is try and keep players fresh. But what we don't want to do is find ourselves with a replay, because that is just going. That's exactly what they're hanging on for here, isn't it? That's just going to be an extra game that we really, really don't want. Binsley not having the best time of things. Let's get Rolando Aarons on for him. Deli Bashiru not having a great game, looking tired. For one last time, potentially. I wish you could change the positions from there, but obviously you can't, so we won't worry about it. Yeah, it might be the last we see of Tonali in a Sheffield Wednesday shirt. He has been a roaring success of a signing, and if he does go for 44 million, oh, it's extra time, even better. If he does go for 44 million, then obviously, you know, we can put that money to good use. We'll go with what they're saying there. Again, we'll fist pump, say they're capable. And, I mean, Doyle, if it comes down to penalties, I don't think we want him anywhere near one, do we? I'm really, really happy. I didn't realise it wasn't, we weren't going to extra time. It makes sense, because it's Winter World Cup year, obviously. And January is fairly packed, to be honest, between now and the end of the year. So there's not really time to play games, even if we wanted to. Now, of course, they've changed formation, haven't they? Which means we're going to have to go and change those stupid marking assignments again. You can see you've got both wingers on the one side here, so something's not quite right there. They've got a fullback over there, which is where someone should be. Aarons, I think. No, it should be the other guy. The guy from Juventus. Tonali wins it back. Can Emiliano get onto that? He can. Good first touch. Goes past his man. Can he pick out someone in the middle? Will he go himself? He's held it up nicely. He's induced the foul, and that is surely a penalty. He used his body really, really well. Kept possession. And, well, it should be a penalty. VAR's having a look. VAR gives the penalty. And it's going to be Marcondes to take it. He has a nasty habit of missing these. Come on, mate. Come on. Marcondes. Oh, he stuck that one away nicely. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. We'll back it off to positive. And well, we'll wait for the replay and then we'll go in and change what we need to change. But 1-0, Marcondes with the penalty kick. 8 minutes into extra time. And, well, hopefully that'll be... Oh, no. Hopefully that'll be enough, but it may not be. Are we going to go and concede stupidly straight from the kickoff? Ball to the back post. Taylor's there. We don't trust him. And that's why TONALI'S back. He does really, really well. And Aarons, you need to stop marking a central midfielder, mate. Come on, let's get a foot in here, please. We don't want to get back to 1-1. That would be a very, very silly thing to do, having worked so hard to go in front. Gardner does well, but the ricochet falls to another Hull City player. TONALI is there. He's going to find Marcondes again, is he? No. And we've got a few men forward there, and it may cost us. That's a weak shot. Barzanu has it. Barzanu was actually named the Irish Under-21 Player of the Year. So that was excellent for him. All right, so we want to go back to marking fullbacks. You're on the right side, so you need to mark the left guy and vice versa. You're on the left, so you need to mark the right. And what we'll do while we're here is we'll just lower that tempo down. No need to run around like headless chickens, boys. Just keep possession for me. Do things sensibly. And see how we go. Now, what has happened there? That's new. Let's give them some praise. We'll wait and see what happens here. Sutar to TONALI. To Garner. And that guy... A good thing he's not our player for permanently, because I certainly will not be able to say that name. Here we go with Doyle. Let's see what the youngster can do. Gets it forward. Looking for Marcondes. Can't find him, but TONALI'S on the ball. He gets it forward, looking for the Juventus player, as he will be known from now on. He looks to get a cross in. It's not the best. Easy for the goalkeeper. And we're beginning to get a long old highlight here, aren't we? Another ball forward. It's Doyle again. He's done really well there, the youngster. I don't think he's been too bad. Obviously, he's made a few mistakes, maybe in between highlights, but he's looked relatively good on highlights. So that's the main thing. As long as you look good on highlights, people will say you're a great player. TONALI, there's a great pass. Look at that. Here we go, the Juventus player, and he can't beat the goalkeeper. You do get the feeling that, well, if there's going to be another goal, you'd fancy us to get it. TONALI with a corner. It's a decent one again. It's headed away and is the jinx, as I say. We should score the next one, about to come back and get us. Here we go with Garner. Can he get a tackle in there? Well, it's going to get booked for that, but we'll take it. Get everybody back. Organise ourselves. And that is all looking well and good. I tell you what, it's been more highlights in extra time than there was during the 90 minutes. Another ball forward. Again, Doyle's done well. Nods it down to Taylor. He gets it forward for Garner. TONALI'S in space. He finds him. We've got Sutar out the other side. Aarons and Samare in front of him. He looks for Aarons. Can he get a cross in? He cuts back, gives it to Sutar. Driven in across, and it is away. Taylor has it. Can he thump one back in with his left foot? Finds a little bit of space. Garner, Taylor again. Come on, mate. Do something. It's there. Oh, it's a good ball. And Samare with a side foot finish. And that should be that. Really, really well done. We worked that nicely. Kept our patience. And Samare, second goal of the episode, isn't it? Well, what an episode he's having. Nice little bit of patience. Taylor, credit to him. Worked his space. Got the ball in. A nice side-footed finish. Goalkeeper's no chance. And that should be us safely into the fourth round. We took our time to get there, but the important thing as ever is that we've got there. TONALI with a corner. 5 to play. And there's another one. And it's Samare now on a hat-trick. Boubakary Samare. We promised him first-team football, and he's not letting us down. He is doing a wonderful job out there now. And at 3-0, job done. TONALI with another assist. I really, really hope he will stay. I've kept trying to offer him a new contract. He doesn't want any part of it. And to be honest, if you're at Sheffield Wednesday, Juventus, Bayern Munich and Manchester City are interested in you, can you blame him? And Worrell adds a goal as well. His first of the season. It might even be his first for the club. It is his first for the club. Joe Worrell, club captain. And we have absolutely run riot in extra time. 4-0. Excellent stuff. It took a while to get going, but in the end, Well, once we started, we didn't stop, did we? And there we go. Goals galore in extra time. 4-0. Samare with a double. Yeah, like I say, in the end, well done. And of course, there's probably no coincidence that Tonali comes on the field and the goals start flying in, is it? But there we go. Doyle makes his debut as well, which has got a little bit of prize money in the bank. Samare, what a performance that was from him. And, well, he could have a big part to play in the rest of this season because, like I say, if Tonali leaves as expected, he is going to be a very important player for us. But that'll do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. There is the league table after the round of games because we had the early kickoff against Fulham. We're still up there in those European places. And we'll be back next time in the new year. Transfer window will be open. And, well, we'll also, of course, have a couple of the new signings in as well. So what we might do, I think we might come back for... The FA Cup tie is going to be there. I mean, look at January. It's absolutely jammed. We might come back for, depending who we get in the FA Cup tie, maybe Arsenal and FA Cup tie and Everton, somewhere around here. Ideally, if we come back for an FA Cup tie, what I'll do is I'll play the new signings so we can have a look at them in that one as well. So that's all for next time, guys. Let me know what you think of the Marin signing as well. And, well, I'll see you for another episode next time out. Take care.